Our members responded great to this incident. I can tell you that, none of our members were injured. We had, no serious damage that happened throughout the city. No reports of any serious injuries to our community. But this is still terrifying. This is something that, we are seeing happen throughout the country. There was incidents that occurred recently in Indianapolis, Philadelphia, Columbus, and Cincinnati, that similar circumstances where these large takeovers are happening. What we're finding is they are communicating on social media platforms. They have, locked sites that we can't access, that they are communicating with each other on which locations to go to. And as they see law enforcement, they're reporting that to each other as well. We take this very serious, and this is more than a traffic issue. This is not just, they impeding the flow of traffic. These are felony crimes. When you gather for these purposes and you're causing this scare to the entire community, these are felony crimes, and we are investigating this, and we are working with our federal, state, and local partners to address this. And just because, there might not have been all of the arrests last night doesn't mean it's over. We will continue to investigate this, and we will work to identify all involved. The vehicles that are involved in this are subject to seizure as part of the activity. And I want to thank all of our partners who came out last night to assist our men and women. And again, I want to thank our officers for the great work they did last night to address this.
Chief, do you know how many, you said these folks are coming to our city from other places. People here are partaking too, but how many people were coming up from Cincinnati for this? Do you know?
So we're still going to work on that information, and not all of it's in vehicle participation. A lot of it's bystanders. So if you see that there's videos that are starting to surface that involve a lot of bystanders, people who are just out there filming it, partaking in that way is still a crime. Just actively blocking a intersection with your person is also a crime. You don't have to be in the vehicle to be a part of this. So, anyone who partook in this activity is subject to criminal charges.
Were any arrests made?
So at this point, we're trying to sort through what was actually connected, the arrests that were made last night. But as the organizers were still investigating that.
A lot of these folks, sorry, I'm so sorry. A lot of these folks had masks on. Mm-hmm. How hard is that to track down who these people are and why they come to our city to do this?
So a lot of that, one of the other things we found are reports of fictitious license plates that were being used on these vehicles. It's going to take a lot of, investigative work on it, but we are committed to putting our resources in to make sure that we identify and arrest the individuals involved.
Is there any body cam or dash cam for the media to have?
So what we're going to work on throughout the day today is to get out as many photos of the vehicles and the suspect to the media. So hopefully sometime tomorrow we should be able to get you as much information, and we would hope that that information gets shared so our community can help to identify the individuals involved to stop this activity.
When did you guys get the tip that something like this could be happening?
Late yesterday evening, and it was just, an Instagram post that was out there. And as soon as we received that post, we actively started, investigating that to see if there was validity to the posting and to get everyone alerted to watch for any cars that were coming in mass numbers.
You said this was happening in different places, not just here. Has there been any information about why they're doing this? Is this just a trend, like another social media trend that people just like to do? Are they trying to send a message?
It appears to be a trend. You see this is a large social media gathering, the following that they have. And the biggest thing they're doing is they're posting the videos everywhere, and that's where you can find everything. The information is all available on social media. So if you have somebody that you're friends with on social media and you see they're posting this or they participated in that, we ask that you call and you let us know, because this activity affects everyone, and it's extremely dangerous. not only for the participants, but for the bystanders and for just the community who's just trying to get where they need to go. And the disturbance that it causes to the community is ridiculous. To have in the middle of the night, you hear fireworks going off, your tires screeching in your neighborhood. Nobody wants that at their front door. Yes?
What is Cleveland Police going to do to deter this kind of organized action in the future? It's obviously taking over the streets and causing kind of unacceptable. How are we going to do that with the lack of manpower in Cleveland Police Department?
So the lack of manpower is always that word that comes up. We still have almost 1,200 officers here in the city. So, that's a lot of officers. We have a lot of men and women doing really great work. And, with anything like this, a lot of times, we are reactive because we don't know about it ahead of time. But we do try to have that proactive response with our real-time crime center and our fusion center to research this activity to see if we can get ahead of it.